This is amazing. I'm so happy. So on the day that Hassan got banned, Don Lemon also got arrested. This is just like, I mean, I used to pray for times like this. And then they even go in, they're even bringing in the chain emoji. They said, lock this bitch up. Oh my God. This is the White House is using the chain emojis on fucking Don Lemon. I love to see this. So, tired of winning? I'm not tired of winning. I haven't won yet. I'll be winning whenever this guy gets a sentence and gets put in fucking jail for like 2 or 5 years. That's what I want to see. I want to see him go to jail. Like, I want to see him stay in jail. He wants to go and be a victim? Good. Let's make him earn it. That's the way I see it. I hate these pieces of shit. These people going around lying, spreading their propaganda every fucking day. He's been doing this for a long time. No, don't get your hopes up. I didn't get my hopes up before. But, you know, I'm getting a little bit happier, I'll tell you that. So, yeah, and put him in a box. I know. That won't happen. A fat liberal judge will let him off. Maybe, maybe not, right? It could be a federal crime, and we could decide where exactly he's going to be sent to. And, you know, not we, but, like, you know, they could decide where he could be sent to. And it could be a lot worse for him, man. Like, you've got to think, you know, you've got to be an optimist every once in a while, man. You do. And so Don Lemon has been arrested. I am so happy about this. As I said, I used to pray for times like this. And for involvement in the St. Paul church riots.
It may look like MAGA coded, but there's a reason they have so many white people here. I'm just going to be honest. It's because of what
always thinking about white people and black people. I'm talking about white people. Look at all the white people. Look at all the black people. Look at the white people and the black people. Look at this person. Look at this Asian person. Look, oh my God, that's a Mexican. Oh my God, look at that. Oh my, wow, that's an Arab. He might be a Muslim. Ooh, damn, bro. Like these people counting them up. They're counting them up like statistics. Isn't that weird? Jesus Christ.
The operation that they're doing today, it's important to have allies, as they said, white allies here. So that
the entire idea of white allies is a predication on the justice and the media system being biased against black people and for white people, and that it will offer them more grace and more positivity. That's the kind of very passive racism that people like Don Lemon like to push.
Is what I could say. I turned our camera off of them because they're giving some critical information here.
That's the reason why.
But there we go.
It's predicated on a lie.
Let's go. Okay. Thank you guys for thanks you for allowing me
white
to be
ally.
Okay, thank you guys.
If you're an American, I am.
How are you?
Good
to see you. We're on. We're not saying what it is, what's
you're
going
a patriot.
on, but thank you.
Yeah.
Tell us why are you doing this?
So,
yo, guess what happened to this bitch? That's right, she got arrested. You know what this stupid bitch went and said? She said that this was the closest she's been to slavery. She thinks she gets arrested for causing a little fucking nuisance here. And she's talking about being close to slavery. What's her fucking name again? Who's her fucking name? Give me a minute. Let me pull this up. So this is what she went and said. Listen to this. Listen to this retard. You ready?
We had belly chains around our waists, and we had handcuffs with bars in the middle. As someone who majored in African American studies, I can tell you that that is the closest I ever felt to slavery in my life. Being shackled as if I was a slave. It is unacceptable and unconscionable, but it's on brand.
Put him back on. Put him back on. That's what I think. You want to go around and talk about how this is slavery. Bitch, you made a mistake. You broke the law. You got arrested. And she wants to talk about slavery. They used to pull black people's teeth out and give them to white people. How do you think George Washington got all those teeth? But she's going around acting like a victim. As if she's a slave. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. This is so fucking ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. They used to separate black families whenever they took them off the boat from Africa, and they would separate them, send them to different plantations for the sole purpose of destroying their morale and turning them into worthless animals, basically, so these plantation owners could treat them that way. That's the reason why. Is like people don't even understand how bad slavery is. And whenever I hear somebody like this say that invokes like such a horrible fucking atrocity, that treat them like, they used to be treated like fucking animals. And you're talking about you got arrested and you think that's the same as slavery? What are you talking about? Like, you need to go take your degree back. Go get a refund, because apparently they didn't teach you shit. They didn't teach you nothing. Oh, my God. We had all black units as in World War I as the U.S. You're right. The all black unit. And some of those guys, I always read that some of those guys, they went over to Europe. It gave them a, I think it moved, it moved the awareness of like kind of the racial identities in America, moved it forward a lot. World War I did, because they went over to Europe, and Europe didn't have the same views on race that we did. And I think it really changed the way a lot of people saw things, especially obviously the black guys that went over there, but even the white guys too. It is. So it's segregation, not slavery. That was still really bad though. Like let's be honest, right? The way black people were treated in World War I was not good. They were heroes.
Nakima Levy Armstrong, she's on the show on Friday.
Levy Armstrong, civil rights attorney, longtime activist here in the community. Yep. And, we protest and do activism in all kinds of ways.
Yeah, you fucked around. You fucking around, huh?
This is Operation Pull Out, more of a clandestine operation.
Operation Pull Out? Operation Pull Out, huh?
We show up somewhere.
Looks like you failed.
That is a key
you got
location.
Pulled up on.
They don't expect us to come there.
Oh.
And then we
clandestine operation. She's Delta Force.
So that's what we're about to go do right now. We've had a lot of success with the times we have done Operation Pull Up.
Yeah.
After George Floyd was killed, we went to the.
You remember that, George Floyd?
Police Federation head's home and staged a demonstration there. We also went to the head of the U.S. Marshals from Minnesota after Winston Smith.
I don't give a fuck. I don't want to listen to this bitch anymore. Anyway, so Don Lemon got arrested. This is amazing. I'm so happy. I'm gonna read some more of the comments about it and talk about it a bit more. But I'm so happy about this. And her dad should have pulled out. That's a fact. And so best part of this is all Don's video will be entered as evidence to establish the required parameters for the charges to stick. I know. I love to hear that, man. All the black activists are real sellouts they accuse us conservatives of being. I think that there are some real legitimate, honest black advocates and black activists, and I think that there are issues that, like in general, I think that most of the issues that black people have in America are really kind of class issues in most cases. Like a lot of, basically issues that a lot of black people face are also issues that, white people and other people of the same socioeconomic status face. So, for example, I believe in, for example, DEI, right? I do. But I do on the basis of let's say, let me give you an example of something I believe in. Let's say you go to a school and you have a good GPA, but you come from a poor family. I think that they should give you an advantage to be able to get into school, because coming from a rich family is a quantifiable advantage that every single person has an opportunity to take advantage of. If let's say your parents make $250K a year and somebody else's parents make 50, you're going to be coming from on average a much weaker household and a much less educated household. And so if you approve something like that, that's going to help disproportionately way more black people. It will. Proportionally, it will be way more, because the fact is black people on average have way less money than white people. Look at the average household income for a white family versus a black family. It's night and fucking day. And so the fact is that, it will help more of them, but it's going to help everybody on the basis of class. That's the way it is. No, they don't. They absolutely do. Anybody could tell you that. Anybody, if you think that coming out of a rich family isn't an advantage, you're a professional retarded. That's you. That's you. You're just as retarded as look, where is he? This guy. That's you. Do you want this to be you? No, you don't. It's a black culture problem. That's a separate issue. Totally separate issue. And again, I'm gonna be honest, as a white person, I can't really talk about that. Just straight up, it's probably TOS. I can't really talk about any of that stuff. People perceive it as being bad. Sure, I mean, every culture has different things they've got to deal with. As a white person, it's not really my place to speak on it, especially, considering on Twitch, right? Let's be honest. But I do think that for income, it's a fact. It's obviously a fact. So yeah. And white people can be poor. That's why I think it should be done based off of income. It should be done off of income rather than race. I'm all about making sure, let's quantify things. Look at it definitively. And so anyway, look who it is.
and there's a certain degree of entitlement. I think people who are, in the religious groups like that, it's not the type of Christianity that I practice, but I think that they're entitled, and that entitlement comes from a supremacy, a white supremacy. And they think that this country was built for them, that it is a Christian country, when actually we left England because we wanted religious freedom. It's religious
Yeah.
freedom, but only if you're a Christian and only if you're a white male.
Well, part of the religious freedom is the fact that you can go into a church and then not have people interrupt you and try to shut down your service because they disagree with it. And they've come up with a conclusion about your religion that, as in their mind, allowed them to justify harassing you and taking away your place of worship. Like that's the whole idea. He's actually right. No, he's right about that.
Much. And so, yeah, I absolutely 100%, but it's an intimidation tactic. And,
People didn't like Catholics long after independence. People didn't like Catholics until like maybe 50 years ago. You want me to be honest? Being a Catholic before then was seen as a little bit problematic. Like JFK, whenever he ran for president, one of the big problems and the big attacks against him was that he was a Catholic. It was that basically, how can we let this guy run for president if he's a Catholic and he's just going to listen to the Pope? Do we want the Vatican running the country? This was JFK, right? I mean, that's very recent.
I don't understand how I've become the face of it when I was a journalist. I do understand that I'm the biggest name there. And I'm also...
Why don't you just settle down? All right, why don't you just calm down? Like why don't you just dial this back a little bit? Right, just dial it back just a little bit.
As I was on with my producers this morning, you and Kylie talk all the time. My producers were saying, I said, how did I become the face of this? And my producer said, Don, you're a gay black man in America.
True, bro. They arrested you because you're gay and black. They said Donald Trump was like, bro, bring me a list of all the gay black people. All right, go get them. Yep. Round them up. We can't be having this. Yeah, let's go get all the gay black people. What are you talking about with all this? Like, damn, what a stupid ass bitch. Why'd CNN drop this retard again? Well, there you go. You just said it. And yeah, he was a journalist. Yeah, he was a journalist. A long time ago, he used to be a journalist. Now he's arrested. And so let's go. I'll look at a few more of these that are worth looking at here. And this is, again, one more.
Into Minneapolis a little bit ago and did some reconnaissance on the ground, speaking to an organization there that's gearing up for resistance and protest. I've been surprised, pleasantly
resistance. Like, the resistance in Star Wars. Remember Star Wars? This is the same thing as Star Wars.
Surprised to see the community coming together. Diverse community. If you see this when we first pulled up, we're like, wait a minute.
Remember Star Wars?
Which operation are we at? And as it turns out, because we were like, well, this is kind of MAGA coded, right? So the American flag or whatever, but these are resistance protesters. They're planning an operation that we're going to follow them on. I can't tell you exactly what they're doing, but it's called Operation Pull Up. And it's Takima Armstrong, and she has been doing this since George Floyd, Dante Wright, and others, where they surprise people, catch them off guard, and hold them to account. And so that's what we're doing here. And then after we do this operation, you'll see it live.
And you see
these operations are surprise operations. Again,
you see they're all thinking about it. They're all thinking about this, talking a whole lot of shit, man. And you've seen them embracing Star Wars resistance thing with the loon emblem and the bird? No, I haven't seen that at all. Absolutely not. And retard talks like he's a solid snake. I know that, man. It's fucking funny. But that's it. And now he's fucked. Now he is totally fucked. So let's go ahead. We pull up some more of this here. And at my direction, this is it. At my direction, early this morning, federal agents arrested Don Lemon. And Taryn Jean Cruz, I don't know who the fuck these people are, in connection with a coordinated attack on City's Church, St. Paul, Minnesota. More details soon. So CNN is obviously crying and upset about this because, it's going to make them look bad. It's scaring them. I think that's good. I want them to be scared. They should be scared. They've been peddling bullshit for a long time, and maybe now they'll be held accountable. I've been waiting on this for a while. And you remember also when all these people are saying about how much they care about like freedom of press and everything like that, and First Amendment. Remember how many of them were happy whenever Fox got sued for a bunch of money with the Dominion voting machines. Remember that? And then they were happy when Tucker Carlson got taken off the air. Never forget that there's no ideology, there's no guiding principle to this at all. It's just people making a bunch of bullshit and saying whatever the hell they want. So, yeah. That's going to limit their journalism opportunities. Well, maybe he can do journalism in jail. How about that? And Matt Walsh, he right about this. Listen to this. I'm very happy that Don Lemon was arrested, but here's one extremely important caveat now that it has to be done. He has to be convicted and sent to prison for an extended length of time. If he is not convicted or seriously punished, then this whole thing is an unequivocal win for him. It makes him a martyr and 10 times more famous with no significant consequence. Lemon was totally irrelevant prior to this. No one watched his show or even knew that he was still alive. Now he's relevant again. He'll almost certainly get another job on cable news on the heels of this. The only way to make this a win for the good guys is to punish him severely. Make the reward of fame and martyrdom not worth the cost. You got somebody else letting him know. Oh, he just letting him know. There it is. Oh my God. Kind of true. It is. It is true. Like, this is exactly how you need to handle this shit. And I'm so happy to see this. I am. And he won't unless they arrest the people in that church. Well, I mean, I think so. We'll see what happens, though. I have no idea. And how did I become the face of this? He did it on purpose to be relevant? Yeah. If you won't do that, then you never should have arrested him. Exactly. Like, you should absolutely go after this dude as hard as you can. And so I'm hopefully, and then you have this stupid bitch. Listen to this. They arrested Don Lemon. This is horrifying. I don't care what your political beliefs or leanings are, what journalism outlet you represent. This absolutely cannot stand. Well, it sure seems like it can. Sure seems like it can. How about that? What a surprise. So, man, what a profound statement from Matt Walsh. Great job. I mean, usually, I don't really listen to a lot of things he says, but I agree with that one. I'll tell you that for sure. And Lemon will milk it either way. How are you going to milk it if he's in jail, man? Yeah, how's he going to do that if he's already in jail? So it's that simple. Hassan's banned. I will look at in a bit. I'll look at why Hassan got banned and everything. Early this morning, they arrested 4 individuals. More to come. I like to see more to come. I like this. I like to hear that a lot. And yeah, this needs to get a lot better. Oh, video shows federal agents surrounding the home of Minnesota leftist activist Georgia Fort, who masqueraded as a journalist while attacking St. Paul Church. Turn it up.
Yes.
Oh, what's wrong? Knock, knock.
Okay.
Knock, knock. Open up. It's the police. It's the police. Get your slippers on.
Okay. Well, this is really scary. There's kids in the house. You guys have not been really friendly in the community. And to me...
Shut up, bitch. Get down there. Shut up.
This seems a little... Can I finish, sir? Can I finish? Can I finish?
Get your phone.
This seems a little bit...
That's nice, Karen. Now come down here so we can arrest you. Okay, are you done talking? Great. All right. Come on down. It's time to arrest you.
Aggressive to have all these cars in our cul-de-sac.
That's right.
2, 3...
That's right. You shouldn't have fucked around.
Agents, and now I saw the one disappear to the back.
Shouldn't have fucked around. Shouldn't have done it.
So, to me, this is a little aggressive to just serve a warrant.
That's crazy. So now you see how they like to move the goalposts. At the beginning, they said, "Oh, well, they're just black bagging people, and they don't even have warrants, and they don't even know who they're arresting." Now they do have a warrant, and it's like, "Oh, well, now you're being too mean with the warrant. Oh, now the warrant's too aggressive." Yeah, sure. Hope they bust the door.
Slide the warrant. Let me see the warrant.
Can you imagine being a police officer having to deal with this shit? You imagine that? It's like, bitch, just come outside. Like, you know there is no way this ends with you not going outside. Like, just go outside.
And that, to me, what I have been told, is not a judicial warrant that has me to have to open the door.
Was she running away? Oh, you know what I think this is? I think so, because she obviously is the one that uploaded this. So think about it like this, right? She didn't upload the rest of it because the rest of it probably makes her look bad. So the only thing that she did is she released the only part. It starts out and there's a cop in a mask at the door. Right here. Like, it never showed how it happened. She never said anything about how this happened. So it just starts right there. And like, it's so easy. Is she going to get in her car and run? The poor cat was probably traumatized. Maybe they should arrest the cat too. Fuck, man. Like, you got to go. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, who knows what that cat knows? You know, maybe she was talking and conspiracizing with the cat. You think about that? Yeah, you go. No, everybody says don't arrest the cat. All right. We got a bunch of animal lovers in chat. All right, nobody wants to arrest the cat. We're not ready for that yet. But yeah, it's illegal in Canada. Yeah, it's just unbelievable, man. And why is he wearing a mask? Why he wearing a mask is simple, because people like this, they go, she's a public figure and she is part of an organization that likes to harass and dox federal agents and then try to harass their families. So like, if you're a federal agent, like, do you want to be dealing with that? Fuck no, you don't want to be dealing with that. Absolutely not. It's cold. Well, I'm saying maybe it's also cold too. I mean, I think it makes it better. But yeah, it's cold outside. Maybe that's why she didn't want to go outside. Do you think Don Lemon plays high guard? Yeah, he's probably. Maybe they should do that. Maybe he has to like get the highest rank in high guard, and then we'll let him. We'll let him out of jail. How about that? And Don Lemon
wonders why people are saying that. So the Trump administration wonders why people are saying that they are trying to form a dictatorship.
Yeah.
Well, look at the landscape.
Okay. All right. Let's see the landscape.
Arresting Don Lemon, who covered a protest in.
What does that have to do with the dictatorship? These are like two separate things. They're two totally separate things. Like a dictatorship is no checks and balances and no separation of powers. Don Lemon was indicted by a grand jury. So, okay, we got to go back to the basics. Okay. So you've got three of these. Okay, this is the way the government works, right? You have the executive branch, the judicial branch, and the legislative branch. Okay, so the grand jury is the judicial branch. Okay, you see that? That's the grand jury, and then the executive branch going after them. So this is, see, they're not mad about the separation of. They're mad they're losing. You see what I'm saying? That's it.
Minneapolis is just insane, ridiculous, dictator-like.
How does that have anything to do with being a dictator? Like, I don't even understand. Like, you just saying words now. We're just saying words.
Is the playbook that dictators.
It's the playbook that dictators like who? Like Hitler?
Use to like destroy
Germany,
democracies and take the will of the people away.
That's right, guys. Whenever somebody gets arrested for interrupting a church service, that's exactly what dictators do.
It is as simple as that.
Yeah.
The First Amendment is the First Amendment for a reason. It is considered the preferred amendment when you have to start balancing what's more important. The framers of the Constitution.
I mean, I agree with that, but you just made that up, right? I mean, you just made that up. Like, nobody agreed with that. I mean, I think you need the Second Amendment to have the first. I would say the Second Amendment is probably the most important one. Like, realistically, it's the Second Amendment.
Constitution knew that a free press was essential to a democracy. Without a free press, you don't have a democracy. And it's real clear that Donald Trump and company doesn't want a free press.
By the way, like, you can have a democracy without free press. So democracy just means that everybody gets to vote. Like, these are two things on a different spectrum. Like, I feel like, yeah, there's a correlation, obviously, but like, you're just making. Why do you just go on here and just say shit? Who just goes on here and says shit? Why they do this? Why they just go on and say shit?
Press. The idea that a journalist, which Don Lemon has been for 30 years, would walk into a church.
Should have known better. Should have known better. Had 30 years experience, still thought he'd get away with it. Should have known a lot better.
And film a demonstration which is of national interest. And then to say, somehow, when you watch the video, they say he's part of the protest. Watch that video. He is covering the protest.
Right.
He is covering it. That's what journalists do.
Right.
I covered riots. I was a local reporter in Los Angeles for 15 years, and I covered riots and floods. And
So this is a stupid argument. Let's break it down. So number one, if you are with the people that are breaking the law and your act of presence there is also breaking the law, then you being a journalist doesn't solve, it doesn't serve any purpose. So a rioter, if let's say the police issue an order for dispersal, and then a press person doesn't leave, that press person will probably get arrested or made to leave by the police. So this entire idea, this is a complete false equivalency, because really any journalist can cover something, but their presence in the area categorically being a crime does not, their journalism activity does not override that. You see what I'm saying here? So, for example, if you're there recording a riot, you're not breaking the law. But if you're there inside of a private residence with somebody else, then you are breaking the law. It's so obvious. Really, it's so obvious. I don't know why. And this is what the people just love to. They love making up bullshit, don't they? Why do they always make up bullshit? Why don't they just say that? Why don't they just say what it is? I don't get this. A church is different. That would give TMZ the right to go harass a famous person in church. Exactly. Of course, a church is different because it's private property. Yeah, a riot is something that is, again, that is a distinction made by the police. It's not something that's categorical like private property. It's an opinion.
And earthquakes and all sorts of things where I had to step into areas where there were police, where there was activity, private property. When you're covering,
if a journalist is in front of a crime scene and they step inside under the yellow tape and they say, well, I'm going to record the body up close because I'm a press journalist and I can go and do whatever I want, would they get arrested? Of course they'd get arrested. What are you, fucking retarded? This is the most dishonest, brain dead, dumb fuck argument that I've ever even heard. It doesn't even make sense.
An event like this, like a protest, which I've covered many, you step into it. And that's what journalists do.
Yeah.
And that's what Don Lemon did. The idea that the Justice Department is saying he walked onto private property, that is insane. A church invites everybody in.
Now we get into these. This is like, hey, let me subvert your religion. Let me weaponize your religion against you so I can rationalize harassing you while you're trying to go to mass. Yeah, hey, I don't believe in your religion, but I'm going to use it against you so I can rationalize harassing you. The church is supposed to do... What are you talking about? It's supposed to do this. This is crazy. They weren't there to worship.
Have you ever seen a church with a no trespassing sign saying no journalist?
Yeah, I mean, all the time. What's the logic here? Let's go ahead. Let's apply this again. If you break into a church at 2 a.m. and you're living inside of the church and they tell you that you can't live there, and they call the police, should they be able to do that? Should anybody be able to break into a church and live there and they can't do anything about it? There's no logic. There's no thinking at all. It's just all fucking, but it's just bullshit propaganda. It's so stupid. It's unbelievable.
Allowed? Have you ever seen any house of worship that says that? It is insane.
Yeah, they all say that. That's why they lock their doors. You break into a church. Go break into a church. You don't believe. He doesn't even believe this. If you actually believe this, go break into a church. Go break into a church at 2 a.m. Go break into your local mosque. Break into your local mosque at 2 a.m. and then just bring a tent, bring maybe some, some hamburgers so you can grill out there. And why don't you just start living there? Yeah, see what happens.
Insane.
Bring bacon? Yeah.
That they're making this stupid argument transparent. And yet, a grand jury indicted.
That's right. You know why they indicted? Because they looking at the law, and you're looking at fucking rhetoric. He's using rhetoric.
Don Lemon, after a magistrate...
What a professional retard. Try that in a small mosque. True. This guy's lacking all logic. Yeah, that guy's out of his fucking mind. Separation of church and state was to protect the church from the state, not the other way around. Well, yeah, obviously, but it should be both ways. I don't want to have the church being making decisions for the government. I don't want to have the government making decisions for the church.
Rate said there is insufficient evidence. Well, a grand jury will indict anybody because Don Lemon doesn't appear before the grand jury. Abby Lowell, his lawyer, does.
So let's just, you know what? This is a great point. Let's not take grand jury indictments seriously. That's a great idea. No, it's a good point. Yeah. You know what? Nothing says dictatorship and respecting democracy like ignoring the legal system. Yes.
Doesn't appear before the grand jury.
Wow, that was fast.
The Justice Department says what the Justice Department wants the grand jury to believe, and almost every time they believe it. It's all the way it's skewed. This is a ridiculous assault, and I don't want to say just on the First Amendment. It's a ridiculous assault on democracy. Trump administration should be ashamed of itself, but they're not. And they will continue to do this.
Hopefully it gets worse. Hopefully this is only the beginning.
And they are going after journalists. They're getting search warrants for their homes.
That's right.
It is obvious what's happening.
See, again, it's an attack on democracy, and whenever you use two separate branches of the government in order to work towards people that are potentially breaking the law by having a court-ordered, judge-approved search warrant for their homes. Yeah, that's another crazy one, huh? How about that? Wow.
Happening in this country, people. Look at what is happening. You're going to look back in 2 years if somebody doesn't stand up to them, and I know people are now, but you're going to look back in 2 years and say, wow, we didn't see that coming. Well, Neville Chamberlain.
Neville Chamberlain, this is appeasement. You're going to use the Nazis. Oh my God, you're actually going to do it. You're literally going to, oh my God. He didn't see Hitler taking Poland, I guarantee it.
Saw it coming, and he didn't. And we don't want to be in that position.
That's right, guys. Messaging about the Nazis. What a retard. Oh my God.
So wise up, everybody, because it's obvious what's happening here.
What's wrong with
this
these people?
Is an
brain dead
outrage.
takes ever. I know. It's so fucking embarrassing. Don Lemon been arrested by the DOJ exercising your First Amendment constitutionally. Anybody saying any of this shit? If somebody went to go protest inside of their house, they'd act like it was something different.
Make no mistake, under President Trump's leadership and this administration,
she finally did something. You need to do this every day. This is her first day at work. Great. Welcome aboard. This is a good start.
you have the right to worship freely and safely. And if I haven't been clear already, if you violate that sacred right, we are coming after you.
Just being a nasty little bitch causing problems. That's what it is. And he's saying we can raid the church, and if you don't let us, Trump will become a Nazi. Yeah, that's right. You can do anything you want at a church. And me liking every post about Don Lemon being arrested, that's a fact. Yep, there it is, guys. I'm so happy to see this. I am. What'd you say about him?
For his church stunt. You called for Don Lemon's arrest over his church stunt in Minneapolis. He's since called you racist, unhinged, homophobic, and out of your depth.
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to say to Don Lemon?
Cocksucker, stop.
Damn, she just don't give a fuck. Oh my God. She don't even care. Wow. All right. Well, there it is. And Base, yeah, oh my God. And he's just going in there starting all kinds of fucking trouble. Don Lemon is an accomplished journalist. Yeah, he accomplished being fired from CNN. And zero basis to arrest him. Damn, bro, take it up with the grand jury. That's too bad. So yeah, no, I'm about this. And then, oh, bring it up Epstein again. Let's bring up Epstein again. Hey, by the way, remember Epstein? You don't give a fuck about Epstein. You give a fuck, I care about Epstein. What are you talking about Epstein for? They're going around talking about this. They only care about Epstein whenever it's convenient. They only care about pedophilia when it's convenient. They got a bunch of fucking, you got tons of pedophile illegal aliens all over the country. What about them? What's going on about that?